medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Looking to get back in your type 2 diabetes zone? Ask your healthcare provider today about once-weekly Ozempic.
You may pay as little as $25 for a 3-month prescription.
Fact, we all love video doorbells. Voice assistants have changed our lives.
We now control our home with a touch. And you know what's better than all these things by themselves? All these things together from the most trusted name in security, ADT.
St. Jude gave us hope.
All you gotta do is take care of your child, focus on her healing, give her a life. That for a mother means a lot. And thank you to St. Jude.
The Garcias are good at saving.
Baby, I'm gonna go grab my prescription.
And with GoodRx,
Hi, Mr. Garcia.
I'm here for my prescription.
they're good at saving on prescriptions at their pharmacy, too.
A lot better. See you next time.
See you next time. Thank you.
You're good with GoodRx.
Your record label is taking off, but so is your sound engineer. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
As a real estate agent, I've learned it's excess moisture that causes musty odors. Pro tip, use Damprid.
New Damprid drop-in tabs attract and trap excess moisture out of the air, eliminating musty odors.
Works every time.
Get rid of dampness.
Damprid.
Actor Johnny Depp is expected to return to the stand tomorrow as his drama-filled defamation trial with ex-wife Amber Heard continues. Christina Coleman is live in Los Angeles with more in this story. Christina.
Hi, Arthel. Johnny Depp will be the third witness that Amber Heard's legal team calls to the stand tomorrow. Depp is suing Heard over a 2018 op-ed she wrote in the Washington Post, describing herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. Even though Depp's name is not mentioned in the article, he says it damaged his career.
Johnny Depp has to prove by a preponderance of the evidence that he never hit Amber Heard. He then has to prove that Amber Heard acted with malice in posting this op-ed. And then last, Depp has to prove that he was financially harmed because of the op-ed.
Heard's legal team is trying to undermine Depp's defamation case by portraying him as abusive and out of control. Heard's sister told jurors she witnessed Depp hit Heard during an argument in March of 2015.
But by that time, Johnny had already grabbed Amber by the hair with one hand and was whacking her repeatedly in the face with the other.
Heard's attorneys zeroed in on Depp's drug use by sharing these photos. They also played taped testimony from Depp's former agent, who said the actor's behavior hurt his own career.
Well, initially, crews loved him because he was always so great with the crew, but crews don't love sitting around for hours and hours and hours waiting for the star of the movie to show up.
Meantime, Johnny Depp strongly denies abusing Heard. He says he was the victim of physical and emotional abuse in the relationship. His attorney questioned Heard about this.
We just heard you speak to him in a really horrible way. You called him a sellout,
I just disagree.
right, Ms. Heard? You called him a sellout, right, Ms. Heard?
I called him a lot of ugly things.
And a joke.
I called him a lot of ugly things.
You called him a joke on that recording. You called him a washed-up piece of
I think we both called each other that on that occasion, yes.
Heard is countersuing Depp for $100 million, accusing Depp of conspiring to defame her. This trial is expected to end this week. Arthel?
Christina Coleman live in Los Angeles. Thanks, Christina. Eric.
Well, some historians say Las Vegas mob era may have ended in the 1980s, but you know its grisly legacy seems to still be with us. The receding Lake Mead, about 30 miles from the Strip, revealed a second set of human remains. 1 week after a first body was found in that barrel, stuffed inside, police say the victim in that barrel had clothes from the 1970s, was shot execution style in the head. Well, police do not suspect foul play in the other case. Locals have already jumped to conclusions about the body in that barrel.
The chances are that, that this could have been a mob hit. It was a time with a great deal of pressure on the mob. and in order to survive, there was violence.
Well, joining us now is a Las Vegas legend, famed criminal defense attorney. He represented some of the biggest names: Meyer Lansky, Frank Lefty Rosenthal, Tony the Ant Spilotro, and served 3 terms as the city's mayor. Oscar Goodman is with us, his wife, Carolyn, currently the mayor of Las Vegas. Mayor, we're tickled. It's great to have you here with us today.
Eric, it's great seeing you. I know you were out here. You must have had a great time.
We did. We were out there for a series on Fox Nation. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Everyone's around the country is wondering this: who's in the barrel and who did it?
Well, wherever I go, Eric, people say, who was in the barrel and who did it? And I said, why are you asking me? I didn't put anybody in the barrel, and I certainly didn't do it.
Could Tony Spilotro, Tony the Ant, your former client from Chicago, who was in Las Vegas, played by Joe Pesci in the movie Casino, that you were also in, do you think it could have been one of Tony Spilotro's victims? There he is on the right.
I don't know. All I know is that I represented Tony on 27 different murder cases, according to the FBI, and he never spent a day in jail. He was always made a scapegoat as far as I was concerned. They couldn't solve a lot of crimes around here, so when a crime took place, it was always Tony did it. And now, unfortunately, the same type of mentality is coming back, and that's a shame because it didn't work the first time, and it's not going to work the second time. What they have to do is they have to use good police work. They have to be able to identify the bullet, the caliber. Ordinarily, as far as the mob was concerned, the .22 was the weapon of choice. But we don't even have that information at this point in time. And 2, times have changed. They have the ability to get DNA, and they haven't done that yet, to my knowledge. And basically, they're talking about a male, and they place the clothing that was on the male having been bought at Kmart. That's about it so far.
All right. Well, we'll see if we get a caliber of that bullet. What is the allure and the continued fascination with the mafia and Las Vegas?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. I've been interviewed, not as good as your interview, Eric, but I've been interviewed by people all over the world, English newspapers and magazines and television, German magazines, AP, all over, and all they want to do is I want to know who did it and who was it. And it's the mystique, I guess, of old Las Vegas. I think it's great for Las Vegas. It's what is embodied in our Mob Museum, which is a tribute to our history. We're the only city that I know of that was born from the mob. And it's a terrific museum. It's a museum that tries to be very even-handed, show law enforcement's role in eradicating the mob, and show the mob's power at one point in time here in Las Vegas.
We were just looking at the video of the Mob Museum, which you were instrumental creating downtown. It's right near the Golden Nugget. I would urge visitors, go. Just don't go to the shows and the casinos. Go to the Mob Museum. And you talked about the building of Las Vegas, the Teamsters Central Pension Fund, Jimmy Hoffa at Fox Nation. Our show Riddle, The Search for James R. Hoffa, is focusing now on a site. Here it is. It's under the Pulaski Skyway in Jersey City, New Jersey, where there are claims Hoffa is buried in a barrel underneath that land. We're waiting for the FBI to dig. We conducted a ground-penetrating radar survey that found buried metal at that spot. Any thoughts, Mr. Mayor, about Jimmy Hoffa, his contribution to your city, and what may have come of him?
Well, the Teamsters were very instrumental in having Las Vegas built to the point that it is today. They were the real source of monies from their pension fund, and the relationship between many of the casino owners and the city and the county and the Teamsters was a very, very good relationship over the years. It turns out that upon reflection, many of the people who were involved had connections with the, quote, mob. But the bottom line is, without that kind of money, Las Vegas never would have been built. Now, I can't speculate, and that's what bothers me, that people are speculating, and even though Mr. Spilotro is deceased, this reflects upon his family, his friends, his reputation. When they mention his name in connection with Lake Mead, and the same thing here, this pops up as far as Mr. Hoffa is concerned, by being able to find that there is some type of metal or a substance under a bridge there. Those bridges were made with rebar. They're full of metal. It doesn't reflect one bit that they're going to find a body there. And it's a lot of trouble to go and start putting bodies in places that are difficult to reach. Not that I have any personal experience.
We're up against the clock. Mr. Mayor Oscar Goodman, thank you. We hope the FBI will solve all the cases. Thank you for joining us. Of course.
Thank you, Bert. Appreciate it.
And of course, if you want to know more about Arhofa investigation, there it is, Riddle, the search for James Arhofa, now streaming on Fox Nation. And we thank Mayor Oscar Goodman for what he's done for Las Vegas and his legacy. We'll have more news in a moment.
The more information I found got me more curious.
It showed how much my family was really rooted in Campbell County.
We discovered that our family has been in New Mexico for hundreds of years.
Researching my family has given me a purpose.
Sorry I'm late. Oh, boy.
Your cousin from Boston.
Is it on the green? I was just looking for my ball.
19th hole, Sam Adams Summer Ale. There you go. Cheers, guys.
Each year, Americans waste $21 billion by overpaying on car insurance. That's why I went to thezebra.com. Because while every company claims to save you money on car insurance, The Zebra shows you who actually can.
Compare car insurance for free at thezebra.com today.
I had been giving Coley kibble. It never looked like real food. With the farmer's dog, you can see the pieces of turkey. It smells like actual food because he's aged.
For home security,